What's up guys, it's Missy. I am back with another SimCity build a video. Did you just recently unlock Omega? Are you proceeding to the part 3 of the Missy's Building Guide? If so, this video is definitely something for you. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Join us on Facebook at SimCity Build at MissyanneTTVYT. We're also on Discord, which the link will be in the description below, and on Twitter and Reddit and everywhere else. So let's get started. Okay, so you followed the Missy's Building Guide, or maybe you didn't. Either way, at some point you got to level 30 where you unlock Omega. Now, what does this mean for you in the terms of what do you have to do with it? Do you have to participate in Omega? Kinda, yeah. Okay, and I'll explain what the minimum requirements are for you to participate. First thing you have to ask yourself is, what is Omega for, and what benefits does it bring to the table? Okay, first off, let's say that you don't care for Omega. Let's say you don't like the look of the Omega homes. Don't blame you, I don't either. So what is the minimum amount of, let's say, participation on your part that you have to devote to this aspect of the game? Because honestly, you really can't cut out any aspect of the game entirely if you want to be successful in the contest of mayors. So let's say that you want to be successful in CoM. You want to continue playing CoM competitively and winning the Mega Leagues. You have to participate in Omega to some extent, and I'll explain what that requirement is. First thing is, if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, or if you want to have good service coverage where you do not have to pay an arm and a leg for your regular services and have them flooding your entire map, then you're going to want to spend those Omega coins on Omega services. Omega services do not go strictly to Omega homes. They go for all homes, okay? So when you go to the water, power, sewer, and waste management tabs, at the very end of every tab, you will see the Omega. Okay, now the requirement to place this is 3 Omega buildings. Does not matter what map they're on. If you followed the Missy's Building Guide, you camped level 24, and you have a whole bunch of Omega Neo-Simoleons that are stacked up for you, okay? Now, every time you purchase one of these services that are not storable, so wherever you put them and they're there, okay? Anytime that you purchase these, you are going to have to pay 10,000 more on the next purchase, no matter what map it's on. So the first one is going to be 10,000 Neo-Simoleons. The second one is going to be 20,000, and then so on, 30,000, 40,000, etc. Now, if you go over to your cactus map and you want to place one down, it's going to cost the same amount as it costs on your capital. So if you're at 40,000 on your capital, it's going to be 40,000 on your cactus. These are not cheap. You can't store them, like I just said, but they are nice because they do not have a pollution square. They're only 4 squares big, and they give you 100 coverage, okay? So I highly recommend that you get these. Now, that being said, there's one benefit to you. The next benefit is the contest of mayors. In order to be successful in the contest of mayors, you have to be able to do the Neo-Simoleons tasks if it comes in worth a decent value, or you have to be able to do the house upgrades. Now, what I do is I just lay down 1 Omega construction zone, because the first Omega upgrade is always 1 Omega item, okay? Now, Omega, what you do is you go over here and you pay for your canisters. You pay to make your canisters. Now, they're always 7,000, and you don't know what type of canister you're going to get, small, medium, or large. Then you put it in the research thing, and it opens it up, and then you get a few regular items and some Omega items. That goes over here to your Omega storage, which, again, Omega items cannot be sold or traded. They can only be sold to the sim bubbles that pop up. That being said, what you guys need to be doing if you are somebody who's on the Missy's Building Guide, if you're somebody who is playing CoM competitively, this is what I recommend to you. I recommend that at a minimum, you have between 20 and 35 Omega storage. So you're going to want to upgrade this just a little bit, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start producing cans, and you're going to always make sure that your Omega storage is at about 75% full. Reason being is you do not want to end up in a situation where you're playing Mega and you can't do a Omega 3 upgrade, right? So you get a 3,000 point Omega upgrade, and you didn't make cans, so you only have a couple Omega items in your storage. That's a problem, right? Make sure that you are producing cans regularly, that you're keeping up on it. Now, the only way to exceed your Omega storage is if you pay cash for the cans. So let's say that you have a large can there, and you let the time get all the way down to like the last 5 minutes or so. Then you pay like $1 to open it up, okay? It will automatically add those Omega items to your Omega storage, but it will exceed the amount that you're allowed to hold. If you do not pay cash though, it will not allow you to collect it until you use up the Omega items for the quantity in which you're trying to collect. Now, the Omega bankroll, okay? This one, as you can see here, my income is 365. That is for the coins that are on the homes, and I have a capacity of 30,000, but I actually have 62,000. How this works is if you sell your Omega items to the sim bubbles that pop up, you are allowed to exceed your bankroll. Okay, this allows you to not have to waste all of your good items. Look at how much it costs. That's ridiculous. Okay, and you're still able to buy the services that you need. Just make sure that you're not somebody who, if you're somebody who's building a lot of Omega homes, then you have a lot of Omega coins that stack up on top of the houses, and you will not be able to collect those. Okay, so here, as you can see, it's offering 1,116 coins for 2 Omega items. This is not enough to cover a task, really, and honestly, it's a really low-ball offer. You want it to be right around 1,000 per 1 Omega item. So I'm actually going to click no, and I'm going to wait for another, sim bubble to pop up. Okay, now they pop up anywhere on the drones, the control nets, things like that. So over here I have a drone. I get bubbles over here as well. You'll start to learn where they pop up on your map. Drones do not need to be within the vicinity of Omega homes. Only the control nets do. The drones can be anywhere as long as they're on a road. Okay? So, for you people who are playing CoM competitively, make sure that you are making it possible so that you can do those Omega upgrades, so you can do those Omega coins tasks. Don't just think that you can ignore the Omega, not make the cans. You'll end up in a really bad spot. Now, what I do is I do the 1 Omega upgrade, and then I lay down a construction zone, I bulldoze it, and then do another 1 Omega upgrade. I don't want to have to pay a ridiculous amount because they're not cheap, let me tell you, for a bunch of homes that I don't like the look of. I don't want them flooding my capital map. I don't want them bothering me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want all that bullshit. So I do what's expected at a very low, the lowest possible cost I can do for the purpose of the contest, and that is it. So the way that I benefit from Omega is the services and my minimal participation for the contest of mayors. Anything beyond that, I do not participate in. So if you're somebody who really likes Omega, however, then that's a little bit different. You're going to start making Omega cans, and you're going to need a lot of Omega services, you're going to need a lot of Omega coins, and you're going to need a lot of epics to fund these canisters, because it costs an arm and a leg to build an Omega city. So good luck to you guys. Hopefully that helps you. Like I said, just make sure that you realize that you can't entirely avoid any aspect of the game and still be successful in CoM. You can get away with it for some time as a low-level player, But eventually, when you start to level up and you start to get into the harder and harder leagues, you're going to realize that you can't cut out as much as you thought you could. Okay? So, good luck to you.